Okay, everybody. So, this is gonna be an interesting one. Some big news dropped today that a popular J6er, who I believe was pardoned by Trump, named Jake Lang, has gone viral. He's had his story go viral in the last 24 hours. Apparently, at one point, he did a publicity stunt where he rode around in a van making humping motions at, like, a goat. Not joking about that. I saw a clip of that on the news earlier today, but I don't even think that's the thing that's gotten him into trouble. From what I'm hearing, some leaked text messages got out, and this pro-Trump J6er with an internet following is in some hot water now. Funnily enough, one of the biggest videos calling this out is from someone I know as a conservative creator named The Amazing Lucas. So I don't know if he's still, like, chuddy or if he's switched up his politics in recent time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I remember him kind of getting fed up with the blatant racism on the right and starting to call it out more. I think he's still a conservative, maybe even still MAGA, but he calls out other right-wing figures for their bigotry when it gets too overt now. Maybe that's what he does now. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I have memories of something like that. But The Amazing Lucas made a video calling out Jake Lang, saying he has some explaining to do. Thought we'd go ahead and give the video a watch, because what better than a conservative calling out another conservative? I love when they eat each other. It's very fun. So let's give it a watch.
Bruh.
The Amazing Lucas.
Oh my goodness. So y'all remember that
The Amazing Digital Lucas.
that racist Jake Lang, the Jewish guy who's going around harassing Muslim people and black people, said that in front of AIPAC that he didn't want white Christians to be convinced of becoming inward lovers.
Go back, AIPAC, go back. That's the AIPAC building right there.
Why this guy? Okay, hold on. I need to think for a moment. I need to process this guy's appearance for a moment. This guy is built like a Roblox character. This guy has no polygons. This guy is built like a PlayStation character. This guy is built like someone turned the settings down. This guy is built like he's being rendered by a graphics card with only 6 gigabytes of VRAM. This guy is built like he's being run on a computer from 1997. This guy is built like he's AI generated. This guy is built like he's the opposite of the default character. This guy is built like a fucking rectangle. This guy is built like an equilateral. This guy is built like Fred Flintstone.
White Christian men are not going to sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of lovers.
And then
Jesus
when he
Christ.
FO'd, it was actually a black man who saved his life. All right, y'all remember that guy? Well, that guy's back
That's
in the news
crazy.
again. And it is, he was under investigation. And he was under investigation for messing with, let's just say, not adults.
What?
So I think we're all aware of, Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator, that amazing series.
Why don't you have a seat?
Well, apparently there was like a sting operation done on Jake Lang by one of these, people. And
Yeah, music is pretty loud. God damn. My only gripe with the Hightail OST is that some of the music is a little, some music ends up being way quieter than others. Where like some of the soundtrack has really loud peaks, and the rest of it will be like a pretty bass line. You know what I mean? Because like most of the soundtrack was perfect volume until that bit. You know what I mean? Now that you pointed out, yeah. I mean, I love the soundtrack of Hightail. Don't get me wrong, they cooked with that shit. But some parts of it peak loud enough that like I don't expect it. You know what I mean? Makes audio balancing for streams and videos hard. I'm sure. I think it was Oscar Garvin did the music. He might actually take that note to account and maybe like alter the OST with that in mind if enough people report it.
they messaged him in his DMs talking about how they were under the age of 18, how they were in fact 15.
Ooh.
Now, Anyone, okay, Jake Lang says that he's 30, because they ask, how old are you? He's like, I'm 30. Anyone who then continues on with a message when the person's just notify you that they're 15, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. That's a problem, my dude, okay? But it gets worse because then he asks a follow-up question. When do you turn 16? I don't know what it is. What is it with Republicans and children?
He just forgot the half your age plus 7 rule. He only remembered the first part of it, half your age. He forgot the plus 7 part, like Popo Ha mentioned.
Can someone tell me? There was one point in time I used to think that they were very valiant. Hey, they are so much trying to help the children, right? They're trying to protect the children. They're doing this for the children. And then you start to find out, wait, they kind of like the kids too much. They I don't know. They giving them too long of a hug. I don't know what it is.
Maybe he's not a conservative anymore, considering the shirt, How Did Per Capita Help Charlie Kirk? Which is a reference to the argument that Charlie Kirk was making, an arguably racist argument he was making, at least by implication. We all know what he meant. Right before he got Charlie Kirked, which I love the fact now, like, without even thinking about it. I was playing Cyberpunk 2077 today for the first time, and I was doing the portion where you're getting chased down by a bunch of, like, corpos in vans, and they're shooting at you. And at one point, I had to shoot the driver from, like, this weird angle where the only clear shot I had was on the throat of the driver. So I finished them with a throat shot, and I just, without even thinking, I said, okay, kirked him. It's literally, anytime a shot goes at someone's throat now, my brain defaults to it being a kirking. Like, he got kirked. That's what that is. You see someone get shot in the throat, oh my god, he's been kirked. That needs to become a medical term.
But it seems to be the lineage of evil, historically, has always had a thing for kids. I don't know what to tell you. It's kids,
that's his legacy.
Yeeting their families, the family dog. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if it's a culture thing. I don't know if it's genetics. I don't have the answer, Sway. And it turns out every single time with
counting or not counting gang violence is what I say when I'm sniping in video games. That goes so hard.
A gospel quote in the bio talking about, oh, I'm born again, Jesus loving, Bible thumping. That is messing with these kids, fam. Always. I won't say it's all of them, but it's always them, all right? Now, I won't ignore the Dems, because we know they got some sick puppies over there in the Democrat side as well.
He's out of line.
It's true.
But he's right.
That's correct.
When it comes to maps, when it comes to Drag Queen Story Hour and all this, what's sexual about it?
There's never been a case, as far as I'm aware, there's never been a case of, like, a sexual assault or grooming or anything like that happening at a drag queen story hour. Like, let's be completely real. The point of drag queen story hour is the absurdity of drag queen story hour, right? Like, that's the joke. It's millennial humor. It's sort of this, like, Gen X lol random millennial humor in a way, but, like, not only is it meant to be kind of a nice thing, like, yeah, drag queens reading to kids, like, they're just reading to kids. It's a nice thing to do. Read for kids. Like, if you found out that your friend volunteers to read for kids at the library, like, I assume you would think that's a really nice thing to do and not immediately assume they're a pedo. Could be the case, but I'd hope you wouldn't assume that, because that's a pretty nice thing to do. But it's also kind of the randomness of that, right? Like, there's a humor in, like, what are the drag queens up to? They're reading to kids. It's kind of a lol random Gen X thing, I guess you could call it. I don't know. I could be off base here, but that's kind of the read I've always gotten of why drag queen story hour is even a thing. And I don't think there's ever been a reported case of a child being hurt at one of these things.
What are you talking about? Rest assured, yeah, we see y'all as well, but these mofos always act like they have the righteous high ground. Like, oh, you're disgusting, just degenerates, disgusting. How could you do such a thing? I don't do that. I read the Bible and I don't drink alcohol. And then you come to find out they do all those things and they got like 2 black kids in the basement that, you know, they adopted to be slaves for them. But I would definitely bring up concern as to what is on Jake Lang's hard drive, okay? It's as simple as that. Anyone who is still following this goofball, anyone who is, you know, because I did a video on him not too long ago, and it was to lambast the Sambo soldier who was talking about, oh God, you know, we just brotherly actions, you know, that's what God wanted me to do, and it's just.
I don't have to lie, but I move off love and unity, and that's how Jesus walked. If y'all Christians, that's how Yahweh walked. If y'all Africans and y'all roots, Yahweh walk just showing love regardless of what somebody did to you.
White Christian men are not going to sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of lovers.
God doesn't want you
I don't know. One seems a bit worse, if I'm being honest with you.
to save the enemy. That's the enemy ain't gonna be in heaven, fam. I just want you to understand that. God ain't coming back to save the enemy. He's coming with the sword. If you believe the scriptures that you say you believe. But I think the irony in all of this is you have Jake Lang, who we have, you know, kissing the wall in Israel, you know, who's Jewish, but then trying to criticize AIPAC. And it's just, the man is confused, all right? He's confused, or either
Steven from Django Unchained is a clever reference. I mean, not really. Everyone saw Django Unchained. It's like one of the most, like, high-grossing R-rated movies ever.
he's an agent
It's a Tarantino
of chaos
movie.
that is being funded by, I don't know, mum's a word, I don't know. But the real comedy in all of this, if I'm gonna be serious, is the audacity for, what's the gay Mexican, Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes.
Okay, listen, you will never see me calling someone out or getting my panties in a twist over Nick Fuentes being referred to exclusively as the gay Mexican. I support it, okay? I like it.
For Nick Fuentes to be upset at what Jake Lang is doing, all of his antics.
He is a big,
Gay
disgusting,
vision.
revolting, Jewish
like this one.
douchebag from New York City. Name is Jake Lang. And he's out there in New York City all week inciting and harassing Muslims, showing up to Zoe.
From what I'm hearing, by the way, Nick Fuentes is, like, pretty much, like, bought out by Israel now, or something. Someone's bought him out. He was, like, full on, like, going on some rant about being Epstein's biggest fan and stuff like that. Like, he's fully gone insane, it would seem. I don't know what mental illness made him the way he was, but that mental illness has gotten worse, and it's made him the way he is, if that makes sense. He's gotten worse, like, unhinged. He never made any sense, but he kind of made a little sense, at least from his worldview. Now he's just gotten, like, random and kind of wild card. It's like he's self-destructing with some kind of spiral for no reason. But it wouldn't surprise me if he just destroyed his political, like, presence online for the next couple years and then came back a few years later, because that's kind of how he's always been. He's kind of like a cicada. Every few years he comes back from beneath the earth and you just can't get away from him. You can't not hear him. But then, as quick as he showed up, he's gone. But he always comes back. He's like William Afton.
Ron Mamdani's mansion, Gracie Mansion, with a roasted pig.
And I'm like, hold up. I know it can't be Fuentes, the same person who did the whole Epstein jacket and everything, the Epstein apparel that he was selling, the whole,
Yep.
you know, he was...
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the whole Nick Fuentes being Epstein's biggest fan thing. He was not being ironic with it.
You know, giving a crazy defense for Epstein. I know he can't be upset at Jake Lang. And you know what? I'm curious to hear what his take is on this, right? Because who knows? Knowing the defense that he gave for Epstein, I'm sure he'll probably come out and defend Jake Lang for these text messages, right? I'm sure he'll probably come out and be like, you know what? Maybe I got it all wrong, okay? Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. Anyways, guys,
He honestly might.
that's the video. Let me know
It's in
what you
character.
guys think. Whether or not you believe Lucas, he said that he wouldn't be able to see her until she was 16, okay? He's not trying to mess with little kids, all right?
This guy was a J6er. He was one of the many people, I believe, that like Trump personally pardoned, by the way. And here he is with his big clout and his big conservative money going and trying to meet up with 15-year-olds. Well, people he believes to be 15. Listen, guys, I mean, it shouldn't surprise you. Obviously, the people who are degraded in moral character enough to support Donald Trump after everything he's done, the people who would try and overthrow our democracy for the guy, of course we are selecting for some of the worst in our society. And prison was exactly where all those people belonged, even if it wasn't for the trying to overthrow democracy thing. Those people have all done something they should be in prison for. Let's be real. And this is an example of that. This is one of what will soon be many confirmed examples, I'm sure. Hopefully hell exists. I literally say this every day. I pray to God every day, not that heaven exists, not that I'll go there, not for the health and safety of my loved ones, but that hell exists. Simply that. I pray to God every day that hell exists. Just in case there is a God, but no hell. No. You need to make a hell immediately. I need to know it exists. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this segment, if you found it entertaining, educational, or enjoyable in any way, then consider leaving a like and a comment down below. It really does help a lot, and it's totally free. Boost the channel and the algorithm as well. If you want to go the extra mile and support the channel directly, you can always donate, subscribe, or gift a sub on the website. It means a lot and helps a ton. And don't forget to follow my social medias linked down below in the description. Particularly join my fan Discord. That's the main hub of my community and fan base, and I love to see more of you there for the events, the watch parties, the movie nights, stuff like that. Hopefully, I'll see y'all around. That said though, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.